What's up, everybody? Just wanted to drop a quick video on who I think my favorite Hulks are. Marvel Legends, so that includes Toy Biz and Hasbro. I haven't included any imports, truth be told, because I don't have any. I don't know if they'd be better, but when it comes to Hulk, certainly Marvel Legends seems to have made the most of them and have the right amount of articulation. I'm sure they could be done better maybe by imports, but would the juice be worth the squeeze? I don't know. So maybe I'll go down that road. But for now, this is going to be just Marvel Legends, and it's also going to be just iterations of Bruce Banner Hulk. So we're not including like Red Hulk or Mecha Hulk or anything like that. So top 10 other figures in the Hulk range would maybe be another video. But this is just an honorable mention. Did not make my top 10. This is the Toy Biz, I think, Gladiator Hulk. I like it, but it just didn't make my top 10. It's got a lot of great articulation. The body mold of maybe the same as War Hulk. Maybe also the Series 1. Just something about the face and the accessories that come with it just didn't appeal to me as much as some of the others. Great figure, but just didn't make the top 10. Another one that's I think in that honorable mention range is just first appearance Hulk. This is the gray version. What you might see on camera is just there's other colors that seem to seep through. There seems to be some purple, green, mixed with that gray. It makes for a great composition, and I like the piece, and it's pretty accurate to what he was truly on first appearance. But what I don't like about it is just like the simple face. It's not as angry as I'd like, or showing of a personality is just a little bit bland for my taste. So he didn't make my top 10 either. But now moving on to the top 10. In the number 10 spot, this might irritate some folks, but just my opinion. So this is the face-off Hulk. It's nice. It's got the look, right? It nails it with the mix of green and black and the hair. It's a really nice piece. It's got decent articulation. It lacks an ab crunch. It's there's nothing wrong with it by any stretch of the imagination. I know this was the gold standard for a long time for a lot of people, but to me, maybe just when I came in, because I'm relatively recent to Marvel Legends, it just maybe a little bit too stiff, too limited. I like the hand articulation, but I don't like the fact that it doesn't fall to a fist. So he's in my top 10, but just at number 10. So again, just my opinion. Let's see here. My number 9 might make people, again, raise an eyebrow, but I don't care. Just my opinion. So this is the Smart Hulk from the, I believe, Endgame, Infinity War. It's the Build-A-Figure. Yes, I've got some clothes on it because that's why I like it. I put some glasses on him. Got a backpack there. And even when you have him stripped down, per se, to me, it's a very good action figure. It's got great articulation, a good look. The only thing I don't necessarily like about it is the either lack of personality head, or you've got the the quizzical look, the smart ass look, if you will. And again, it's just missing an angry. Otherwise, I think this would be higher on my list. So moving on. At number 8, this was the original figure that I set out to build. It wasn't the first one I ever completed, but matter of fact, I ended up buying the first one complete because I got so frustrated looking for Hela. But at any rate, great piece. It's got all the size that you need. It's got decent articulation. Could have come with some fist hands, but it's got great accessories, the great idea. Modeling after Thor Ragnarok. I think people would have liked a little bit more War Hulk, but certainly this was close enough to appeal to a lot of people. Heck, I saw the leg, and I was like, oh, geez, I got to get this whole thing. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people probably felt the same way about their first Build-A-Figure. Maybe it was just a piece, or maybe it was seeing the whole thing in action. But for me, it was just seeing a piece. So this is why this one holds kind of a special place. Let's see here. The next one is we've got the 80th anniversary Grey Hulk. This ranks in my top 10 just based on size, meanness, that the mold that you'll definitely see later. It wasn't the first with this mold. It was really just a repaint, but the sculpt on the head to me was very, very nice. It made for an appealing look, and I was looking for a Gray Hulk before I got the first appearance, and this one was very appealing as far as the aesthetics, the articulation, because I had already had this particular body mold, as so many others had, but it's great. Just really great, intimidating piece. Good for pictures, good for playing, so definitely in the top 10. Next one that not that many people have, and I wouldn't call it rare or any special, but then you have the End Hulk. So this was a comic that I have not read, but I have seen a description of it, and it seemed appealing, and I couldn't believe that they actually made the action figure. Of course, I wanted it, and then come to find out, it's to get it mint in box was, probably the one of the hardest single pieces you're gonna try to find because it's got the Fin Fang Foom left arm and left wing. However, if you get it as a loose piece, it is possible and it is reasonable. Got this one for I want to say $25, and it's awesome. Just the scarring, the wounds, the sculpt, how beefy it is, how veiny it is. It's pretty cool. The articulation is different. It's ratchety on purpose and by design. It's got some gap issues right here, but it's definitely a piece that'll grab your attention. It's got great detail, even down to the toenails. So definitely made my top 10 list. Next one we have here is Mr. Joe Fixit. So this is one of Bruce Banner's multiple personalities. This one in particular, I guess, had a run in Vegas and every now and again will come out. It's got great accessories, a removable coat, rolled up sleeves. It comes with the gun. I think something else as well. The hat's removable. It molds decently to the head. Ugh. Sorry, big guy. Do not get angry. But you get the point. It's a pretty cool piece overall, and it's just a different view on Hulk, so it's appealing. Not exactly easy to get. I wouldn't call it expensive. Probably just finding it being offered is probably more rare than being able to afford it. But really cool piece. I'd recommend that one. The next one has changed over time, but it's the San Diego Comic Con exclusive. I use this guy as my Immortal Hulk. Was my favorite for a long, long time, and the longer I sit and look and handle the different Hulk figures that I have, it's not that he's lost appeal. I think just others have gained appeal from, again, just looking at them and uh, playing with them, taking different pictures. Just something about the head on there is not completely in scale. How do you scale with a monster like this? But I just think it could have been a little bit better. I love the coloring, love the detail that they put on the paint, including the pants, the nails, etc. So this, I think, set uh, the standard in a lot of ways for this particular mold, but it just didn't come in as my favorite. It's definitely up there, though. Next piece, now coming in number 3, actually, is the Maestro. So love the story behind this guy. Never actually read it, but again, I've heard all about it. Checked it out on YouTube. Great articulation. They come down into fists, which I like a lot. Um, got kind of the wings there. So to me, this is like intimidation. It's a great mold. It'll make you miss Toy Biz. You'd like to see it remade at some point. Just a fantastic figure. I couldn't say enough about it. The crown, who cares about, but it does come off as well. I think that's his only accessory, if memory serves. But great for pictures, great for play, in fact. But do be careful. I know a lot of people have snapped this joint in the middle, including myself. I don't know if it was glued or not, but it's snapped in the middle, and then I've seen a couple others where it's the exact same thing. So just something to be on the lookout for, but a great piece overall. Coming in at number 2, and I'm not showing him in all of his glory because I took the gauntlet off, etc., is War Hulk. So this is a killer piece. I love his accessories. This is removable. His helmet here is removable. Doesn't have the greatest mold of the face, but he's supposed to be insane right now. So, given the story of Age of Apocalypse, so I can definitely understand. Maybe not looking classic, but love that face mask. Love the articulation. It's even got a little gimmick in the back. I couldn't care less because it's so badass. So, including dirty feet. No, it's not the most articulated, but as far as looks go, the story behind it, execution, accessories, to me, just nailed it. Love this piece. Number 2. And coming in at number 1, 80th anniversary classic Hulk from the 2-pack. Some people might not agree. I couldn't care less. Great overall sculpt. The head is much more appropriate for this size of figure. Love the fact that they threw the shirt in. Obviously, mine's got a nice battle scar already. Because he's fun to play with, and you can play with it very well. I mean, this is a smash 'em up figure that also looks good. He poses well. Like I said, he's got the classic look, decent proportions. The paint is not the best. In fact, it's probably the worst of all of them that I've seen so far of this particular mold. But the particular green that they did use works, and the mold, just with that head, to me, it's the best overall piece in that particular mold. And my favorite Hulk, and again, that's changed over time. It's just looking at him on the shelf, you see which one kind of sticks out at you, and this is the one that does. And if you love the mold, then to me, I go for proportion as well. Got the black and green painted in the head. It's, the head isn't the most articulated thing, but even of the set. But again, I just like it the most. It's nailed it. Matter of fact, I walked out of GameStop the first time I saw it, thinking, I don't need that. And then it haunted me for, I want to say, maybe 20 minutes before I had to turn around and get it. So that's where I'm at on that. So just my opinion, favorite Hulks. What do you think? What's better? Do you have any imports that are better? Do you have any legends that I've missed that you think are better? Do you actually think the selects are? Yeah, let me know. Like I said, it's all just opinion, and certainly I'm a Hulk guy, obviously, if I own all these. But I'm certainly open to opinion, and if somebody can point me in a direction where, they say that I have a Hulk that's better than all these, I want to add that to my list. So let me know. All right, peace.